Hello, this is True Crime with Libby. I am Libby, and I am trying not to cry anymore, honestly, because my heart is really, really broken. And I know I don't know this young lady, but I just didn't think that this was going to be the outcome. I just really didn't, and I don't know why. But she was found. My dog is going to growl at me now because that's what she does. Come here, honey. Come on. Okay, so yeah, this beautiful young lady who would be 21 right now is no longer with us. Her mother remains missing. She went missing years ago, and there's been no updates that I'm aware of on that. If those of you who are here did not know about Shatiria, she was from New Mexico originally, and my understanding is that she moved to Houston, Texas, to go to school, and she was struggling a bit financially, and so she did what she had to do, and my understanding is that she did some maybe exotic dancing, potentially more. None of that to me matters. But I just know that it's relevant only because, not intentionally, she put herself in a precarious position. And when I say that, I don't want you to think that I think that she is responsible, because I don't. I do not think that she deserved it in any way. But my heart breaks that she was just trying to make it in the world, right? And she was in school. But that's what she had to do to try to make it. You can't, if you don't have the support of your family while you're in school, then you have to do it on your own. And that is what she tried to do. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to read this article, and I'm going to change some of the words, Libby style. An arrest warrant was issued for a piece of shit charged with murder in connection with the untimely, unnecessary, jacked up for no freaking reason other than someone's a sick piece of shit death of a Houston woman, student, friend, cousin, daughter, niece, who was reported missing in late July, Houston police said. Jordan Potts, piece of shit, age 26, is accused in the death of Shatiria Waits, 21. Police are actively searching for this piece of shit, whose whereabouts remain unknown. Shatiria was last seen alive to celebrate her birthday on July 25th outside of an apartment complex located in the 8900 block of Chimney Rock Road. Earlier that night, she had been celebrating her birthday with two friends. While at a club, the women met a piece of shit, later identified as Potts, who invited them to his apartment complex in Southwest Houston. Quanell X said during the August 8th media briefing held with Waits. It says parents here, and I don't know the specifics of her family, but I know that the people that were there, I know her uncle was there, and I believe her aunt, but like I said, her mother is missing, so I'm not sure if her aunt and uncle had raised her or what. Friends told Waits' family that they dropped Waits off at an apartment complex before going to a nearby store to purchase makeup. When they returned to the complex, they could not find Waits or Potts. The friends called Waits' cell phone multiple times, and at some point, the calls began going directly to voicemail, Quanell X said. Waits was reported missing on July 27th, and the Houston Police Department's Missing Persons Unit began investigating her disappearance. On August 13, investigators found evidence of foul play regarding Waits' disappearance, and the case was assigned to the Houston PD Homicide Division. Homicide detectives determined Waits was killed inside Potts' apartment. Her body was placed in the trunk of his vehicle and transported from the location. On Friday, August 27th, police located her remains in Brookshire. Formal identification is pending, though physical evidence indicated the remains are those of Waits, police said. Originally from New Mexico, Waits relocated to Houston to attend school at Prairie View A&M University. Anyone with information in the case or knowledge of piece of shit Potts' whereabouts is urged to contact the Houston Police Department Homicide Division. And I'm going to put those phone numbers up. And I haven't been looking at the chat while I was reading that. I'm sorry. Let me create a banner with this just in case. So yeah, he's still roaming around being a douchebag, hiding. Alana, the update is that this beautiful young lady her life has been taken by a monster. Thanks for joining me I know this is like not how I usually. It sucks. I'm upset. I'm pissed. And they need to get him off the street before he does that to someone else. Piece of shit. It just said she was found in Brookshire, and I don't know where that is. I'm sorry, I didn't look. But I'm going to show you a picture of the piece of shit. So we're going to stop looking at her beautiful angelic face and believe that she is with the angels now. No more pain, no more sorrow. Yeah. Let's see. Let me find his stupid face. Douchebag. There he is. Scruffy looking. Okay, so that's thank you. I love y'all too. As you see scrolling down the bottom there, I'm thinking so much about her family and her friends. So her uncle was at the press conference. He flew. He flew there from New Mexico. Well, I don't know if he flew. Maybe he drove. But all I'm saying is he went to the press conference in Houston, and I believe his aunt was there too, and possibly a cousin. But her very good friend, Lyric, actually did a very lengthy interview, which I started to play on another stream. And they just sounded like, the way she talked about her, like they were besties. They were more like sisters, and they called each other sisters. And she was not the one who was with her that day. But yeah, Kelly, I see what you're saying. Her friends shouldn't have left her. So I know that her friend Lyric, she blamed them. It sounded like, and she felt like they were never very good friends. I, of course, don't know any of these people, so I only know what I'm reading and what I'm presenting to you. But if those other girls truly were her friends, then I'm sure that the guilt they are feeling is pretty heavy and has been. I don't understand why she wasn't reported missing for 2 freaking days at all. I think they knew, I'm answering Alana's question. I believe they knew of him, as in maybe had seen them in the club scene before, and he was flashing his money around, yada, yada. I kind of get it. Like, I'm not a young one like that anymore, but back in the day, this very easily could have been me or one of my friends. And it's just disgusting, really, that you just can't trust people, period. Like you can really think that you're using your judgment. And again, like, yeah, she did put herself in an unsafe position, right? We know that. But it still sucks. It just sucks that we can't just expect other people to just be good, because not everybody is. And I just don't understand what the hell is wrong with people. Hi, lovely lady. So, yes, Kevin, he is a fucking loser. So Holly, I don't know if you're younger than me, then I don't know, but I've been in so many situations that friends get separated. So I don't want to place blame on those girls. I hope that they learn from it and never do some shit like that again. For all we know, because we weren't there, right? Her friends, for all we know, could have been like, girl, just come with us. We'll all come right back. And she could have been like, she could have flat out refused. I don't know what the circumstances are, but they they did become separated for some reason. So, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you've all ever experienced this, but I definitely have experienced in my time being out and about in the crazy world, partying it up. Um, I've had friends literally just be like, "No, F y'all, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're not in charge of me." And and we didn't tackle our friend and make them do what they should do, um, because we were in our 20s, or even when we were a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know now, but some of us, including myself, didn't always know that. And I just think we need to place all of our anger on this piece of shit over anybody else. He's the one who hurt this girl. Well, yeah, and we need to learn from that, but ultimately it could have been avoided if he wasn't a piece of shit. So all my anger is going toward him. Those girls, I'm sure they feel shitty enough, if in fact they were her real friends. And I bet they will never do it again. They were only work friends, and it was a setup. So you're suggesting that they set her up to have her killed? I don't know. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just sad about this. That's what I'm saying, Kelly. Like, if I had been her friend and left her like that, first of all, I would have felt like a piece of shit the very moment that she wasn't picking up her phone anymore. And I would have been freaking out. So I, again, don't understand why she wasn't reported missing for 2 days. That is still bananas to me. But we just don't know what's going on in people's heads. And I mean, look, your brain's still not even fully developed when you're 20 and 21 years old. But ultimately, he's the one. This dude right here is the one that physically harmed her and put her in a damn trunk. Hi, Lynn. I hate when things like this happen, and I always pray that my girls make the right decisions. Yes. It's so hard, though, because people act like one way and then all of a sudden, for real, this is what I'm saying. Like, she could have seen him before, and I tend to think that she did. I tend to think that she did see him before, but um, even in just talking with someone face to face, like someone some people you automatically get a vibe, and you're just like, nope, you give me the creeps. That's that. But not everybody does. And that person could still end up being a total disgusting human being and harm you. So I don't know. He probably came off as a cool friend. If you look at him, he could have done right. I know. I agree too, Lisa. I do. It's like, I don't understand it at all. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Love being Grams, and that hasn't been specified, um, to me at least. So it could very well be that they tried to report her, but that they actually weren't able to make that report legitimate for 48 hours. That's a very good point. Someone said something, okay, as a dancer, I think they made a mistake and didn't report her missing because they didn't think it was serious. Oh. Do you, will you elaborate on that a little bit more? Like, do you think that maybe they just figured that she was partying it up or she was, I don't know. What do you think? It's sad, but money makes dancers and sex workers put their guards down sometimes. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, see, Catherine? Okay. I've had girlfriends shack up for a few days and you can't get a hold of them. Then after those few days, you realize everything's cool. Girl, yes. And we can't do that. We can't be doing that. I mean, if I did that, okay. Because I'm pushing 50, so that would be like totally out of character. Um, so people would panic immediately. But when you're young like that, and depending on your lifestyle, that could be kind of a normal thing to do. Exactly, mom to one, 100%. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Mm. Okay, Alana, what I meant was they possibly thought she was making more money, so they weren't worried. Okay. Okay. And maybe it was, but see, then I come back to listening to that interview with Lyric, and she did not feel that type of. Well, she did say that Shatirio did not play about her money, but she also pretty much said that it was not like her to not be able to get a hold of her and just not be posting on social media. So yeah, she did think something was weird. And she wasn't the one who had been with her that night. I just Googled no waiting period, cops determined to investigate aggressively or not. Oh, mother trucker. So that, did you, is that specific to Houston, Texas, Lisa? Hi, Nikki. Thank you. Good to have you. Yes, I agree. I've had clients that don't want me on my phone all the time, so I could have nicely asked her to put the phone away. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Alana, I'm scared for you now. How do you still do this? If you heard that weird noise in the background, that was my dog yawning. And I think she kind of like burped in the middle of it. Kelly, I don't know why you're saying Rat Man. All right, Betty Joe, we about in the same club, girl. Texas. Okay. So that then pisses me off because what that tends to lead me to believe is that Either they actually didn't report her on the 25th missing, or they took 2 days. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the 25th. What did I just say? Okay. Blah. Let me try that again. So it either means that those girls did report her on the 25th, but the police were like, no, she was dancing. Oh, okay. She was probably just, and just set it aside because, she was one of those girl, quote unquote, those girls, which infuriates me if that's it. Or they waited to report it. You think, okay, very smart now, LOL. I got out of human trafficking a few years ago. Thank you, though. Okay, good. Although I wasn't insinuating that you weren't smart before. I think, people can be smart, but vulnerable. And intelligent, but not have wisdom yet, if that makes sense. Yes, Betty Jo, 100%. Holly says they waited. But Nikki, the thing is that seems true too, which is why Quanell X, who I'm going to be honest, I didn't know who he was before this case, but he is one of, I guess he's the leader of the Black Panthers in Houston. And he got that press conference together. Before that, it was like nothing was being done, it seemed. So thankfully, he got involved. Otherwise, who knows if we would ever know what happened to her, or if her family would ever know what happened to her. But somebody needs to get this piece of shit. Yes, Apache, that is the perp, also known as piece of shit. See, and that's why I'm not monetizing. There's a couple reasons I'm not monetizing right now. I want to be able to say piece of shit, and I want to be able to say whatever and report about whatever I want, without getting dinged by the YouTube gods. And then I thought about it, and I just thought, you know what? I work full time. Nobody asked me this question, did they? But I'm just telling you anyway. I work full time. I don't need to make, I like money, but I don't need it right now. So I would just prefer for people to give their money to other creators who do this for a living, or else donate it or keep it for themselves. So that's that. How did they figure out it was him? Well, there's evidently they do believe that she was killed in his apartment. So I'm guessing that there is evidence in the apartment. And they believe that she was placed in the trunk of his car. I'm not sure if they found her in his trunk, or if he, no, I was going to say if he offered that information. No, they haven't even talked to him. So I guess they must have found his car and she was in the trunk. That's his last name is Potts. Let me go find his name. Thank you. Jordan Potts. Ugh. Jordan Potts. Piece of shit. Let me, okay. There's the tip. But I want to add his name to it. So let me edit that. Okay, there we go. Jordan piece of shit. That's right. Me too, Betty Jo. Ooh, that's a nice thought, Catherine. Wait, what, Zona? Mom 21 just turned 51 yesterday, crying face. Oh, I'm right behind you, girl. Bossy Pants is in the house. Come in here. You know what? I've been waiting for you to boss me around. Dirtbag. Yes. Bless you all. I am going to say goodbye for real now. I'm going to head over to Web Sleuths in a bit because I enjoy myself over there. And I hopefully will see you later on the flip side. Please keep Shatiria's family and friends in your prayers. And please pray that the piece of shit is brought to justice so he can't hurt anyone else. And prayers for Summer Wells to be brought back safely. And for the boys. And for all of the missing. Love you all. Good night, Zona. This is just for you.